Welcome back to another WordPress tutorial, Pixelweb. In today's episode, we're going to go over how to properly import a picture into your WordPress powered website. All right, so in order to demonstrate this, there's a couple of things you can do in order to import a picture. If you're in your dashboard, the back end of your website, you can navigate to the left-hand side and you're going to see this media link over here. And you can either take a look at your library or you can add a new photo. So if you look at your library, currently I have no images as part of this demo site that I have on my local host environment. So we can either click on the add new image over here, or we could click on the add new image over here. So if we just click on add new, we can drag and drop an image into this field here, or we can select images from our computer's hard drive. So I'm just going to grab this image that I got from unsplash.com. It's of mountains. So it's going to import the image. All right, so we have it imported. Real quick before I move on, I'm just going to get the info of this image. So the image, as you can see, is 1.1 megabytes. It is 4,608 by 3,072. So this image is really too big for a website to use. It's not ideal. So what can you do about that? If you don't want to use external services or programs like Photoshop or GIMP or any of the online photo resizing tools, you could just use WordPress built-in functions, and it's actually very user-friendly. So once you drag the image in and you've downloaded to your website, you can just click on the image and you get the information. You see it's similar to what the information was when I did the get info on the image from my computer. You see the file size is 1 megabyte. It rounds it off. Dimensions are, as stated before, 4608 by 3072. You see the URL, the path to the image itself. The title, it grabs the title from the image's name. You can change the title here if you want. And then it's good if you want to give it a caption, you can give it a caption if you want. It's good to give alternative text for the image because it's good for accessibility purposes, for screen readers, and just in general for search engine optimization. So that way the search engines understands exactly what that image is of. So in this case, we're giving it a alternative text of mountain, just to keep it simple. In the description, you can give it a brief description, just to give it a define what the image of. So this picture is of mountains. Again, this is just for usability purposes, etc. Now let's deal with the size issue. So this image is too large, it's too heavy. Page load times is extremely important when it comes to search engine optimization. Google now takes into consideration load time of a web page as part of their search engine algorithm. So if a web page is too heavy, it'll take longer for a device to view that page, especially if the person visiting your site is coming from a mobile device like a smartphone or a tablet that's connected to a cellular data connection. So we want to edit this information. So we want to scale this down. So how do we do that? We could just go to edit image, and you see over here, again, it gives you the dimensions for the image itself. So you see 4608 by 3072. So you can just literally edit the image. So I'm going to make it just say 900, right? And then you see, since it's scaling it, it's keeping the proportions, so it brings it down, and then you can scale it. It'll process it, and now you're done. So, so what did that do? So now we're gonna look here again. Now you see it brought it down from 1 megabyte down to 81 kilobytes. And it did it very simple. All you had to do was just put in the dimension for the image that you wanted. Again, you should probably choose the dimensions that make sense for the current theme that you're using. You want to make sure it makes sense for where you're placing the image on your site, if it's going to be on a front page, if it's going to be in a blog post, things of that nature. So because you want to use as close to the exact size that you need as possible. You don't want to go under the size because you don't want to ever have to stretch an image out. If you put in a small image into a post that's requiring a large image and it stretches it out, then you're gonna have a very distorted picture, and that's just, it's just makes the actual page and the picture look not good. So you don't want to do that. But for bigger images, this is what you do, and see it brought it down to 81 kilobytes. So that's really good. So now let's see if we can update this even further. Let's edit the image again. Now let's say that we want to crop it. Say we have too much sky over here and we want to crop it. How do we do that? So you see this image crop over here. You can choose that, or you could just go over here to the image itself, and you can just left click and drag out a box. Now you get these handles over here that you can use to increase the crop size, and you see the dimensions will be changing over here. So you can just drag it that way, drag it that way. If you want to get more of that, you can do that. So you see I brought it back to 900 for the width, because the width of 900 is what I'm looking for. And let's say for here we wanted 350. See, you can punch in the numbers here and it'll just take effect on this side. And then if you want to drag it into place, you can just, in the center, you see you get this 4-sided arrows. You can just drag the image how you want it. So once you do that, let's say I wanted this 900 by 350, and you can choose apply changes to all image sizes, thumbnail, all sizes except thumbnail. So you can choose which version you want it to apply to. Once you get the proper proportions that you want, you can just again click on this crop button and it'll apply the changes. So now we have done that part. So now let's look at the size again. So again, it's 900 by 600 over here, but the image will have changed its size. So now let's go into a post, and let's just edit this post over here. We're going to add the image from our media library. You see it here. Actually, it didn't apply. It didn't apply. I apologize about that. We're gonna fix that now. It happens. All right, so again, we're going to do that. We're going to do this very quickly by 350. All right, we're going to click crop. We're going to save the changes. So you see we didn't do the save changes earlier. So we did that. And now you see the image size went down to 61 kilobytes, which is significantly better. And then you just click on insert into post. And now you have that image there. It's a good file size, and it fits perfectly with the theme that I'm currently using, which is the default theme for WordPress. So again, this is just a quick way to edit an image in WordPress. Just to recap, you can just go into your dashboard, go into media, add new, and then you can just drag and drop an image into the system there. So we'll just use the one that we did before. You just can click on edit image, and you can change the scale options here, or you can change the crop options here to crop the image to the size you want to. You also have other options. You can rotate the image if you want to. Obviously, for some images that would make sense, for others it wouldn't. With this tool over here, you can flip it vertically. Just makes it a little bit faster. And this, you can change the orientation in terms of the position from left to right, right to left, etc. in that manner. And this option over here allows you to undo that, recent, or to redo. So it's a very quick and easy way to manage images on your WordPress site. It makes it very user friendly and is recommended, so that way you get the exact image that you want for your site. Again, if you also want to prevent such large images from being uploaded to your website, a plugin that I demonstrated in an earlier tutorial was Insanity. I deactivated it for the purposes of this tutorial, but Insanity will limit the size of an image that's placed onto in your uploads of your of your WordPress powered website. So it's a great plugin. By default, it sets it to, I believe, 2048. By 2048, it keeps it in its proper proportions. And then that way at least don't have to worry about uploading insane file sizes of images. So that's a great plugin, and if you want, take a look at the earlier tutorial that I demonstrated. So that was a quick episode on how to easily edit your images in WordPress with the default image editor. No plugins necessary. Of course, you want to take it further, there's other plugins you can get, but this is a very simple process that will help you to reduce the file size of an image, and also only deliver an image of its proper proportions for the web page or post that you're looking to deliver. If you have any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I see them. And also, don't forget to subscribe, because we'll be giving more tutorials and episodes featuring different ways to manage your WordPress powered website with various themes, plugins, tools, and things of that nature. We'll also be showing you how to properly secure your website, again with good plugins, password management, things, and the proper habits that you should have when it comes to owning a website. It's like owning a house. You want to make sure you properly lock it, and every now and then you just clean it up a little bit. So thank you for watching this episode on how to edit an image with WordPress itself, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.